Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rach Wadash. Double honors to the elect, apostle, elders, bishops at Great Millstone and well. Shalom to elect Ak out there doing his work in sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory, in season and out of season. Shalom to the elect men, women, sons, and daughters of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. West Indian Haitians, Hispanics, Seminole Indians, okay, and which are the men, women, sons, and daughters of the elect of the nation of Israel scattered through the four corners of the earth. I just want to bring this out right quick. It says, this is Jeremiah the 51st chapter, start at the first verse. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon. Babylon represents America. And against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. We know that destroying wind, it's talking about those nuclear missiles. It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners, and shall fan her, and shall empty her land. And that's, those fanners are talking about those other heathen nations, okay, that have the nuclear missiles, okay? Because you see what's happening over there, and you know, Iran is bombing the hell out of the state of Israel, okay, where them small hats is at, okay, where them gefilte fish eaters are at, okay, all right, and you know, you have America with Israel bombing Iran, but it's going to come to a point where America's going to be destroyed. Okay, it's about what, from the East Coast to the West Coast in America, I think it's about what, about 5,000 miles. Okay, so America's is going to be completely destroyed. Okay, because all these heathen nations are going to send their nuclear missiles over here to destroy America. And then first and foremost, Yahweh is going to send his son, Yahweh Shai, on that chariot the size of a mountain, okay, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, and all the other angels and all the other chariots, and bring more fire on this place by via of concentrated fire, which are those laser beams that's going to come out of the chariots, okay, all right. It says, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. It says, against him that bendeth the bow, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Now, the point that I want to get to is, which I brought this out many times in various shows. Okay, I brought this many times. Let's read it, the 5th verse. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power. You know, so Israel's here forever. Okay, the so-called black man, so-called black woman, so-called black sons and daughters, West Indians, sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, the Haitians, men, women, sons and daughters, Hispanics, men, women, sons and daughters, the Latinos, men, women, sons and daughters, the Native Americans on the reservations, men, women, sons and daughters, okay, the Latinos, men, women, sons and daughters, Seminole Indians, men, women, sons and daughters. You know, we haven't been forsaken, you know. See, when you're not in the truth, when you don't understand what the Bible is the prophecies are speaking about, you feel forsaken, you know, because you have the so-called white man and the other heathen nations that have done all this wickedness towards you so-called Negroes, West Indian Haitians, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, okay? So you feel forsaken, and you want to join with Esau, which is the so-called white man. You feel there's no hope for you. All you can do is just, join hand in hand. But like the scriptures say, I'm saying it verbatim, though they join hand in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Who's the wicked? The wicked is the so-called white man. So you figure there's no choice. This is what you have to deal with. America's going to be here forever, which that's what you believe. I'm talking about 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Hispanics, West Indian Haitians, Seminole Indians, okay, Native Americans, and that's what it's going to be forever, and that's that. Well, no, that's not. That's that. America's going to be destroyed. Okay. All right. So, let's go to another scripture. Babylon is talking about America, by the way. All right. I think what is it? What is it? Ezekiel. What is it? 13th chapter. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's all the way. Hold up. Is it Ezekiel? My bad. No. It's not Ezekiel. Where are you at? Hold up. Okay. You in Isaiah 13th chapter. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Okay, yep, this is Isaiah 13th chapter. It says, "And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the power of Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." And how was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? By fire from heaven. Okay? Fire and brimstone. Because why? They were into all kind of wickedness. So the Most High destroyed it. Just like America's into all kind of wickedness. Because America is known as spiritual Sodom. We know what that's about. LGBT community. Okay? And they were destroyed for that. So will America be? Because America is a spiritual Sodom. All right? It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it dwell in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert will lie, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. It says, and wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So, this is talking about the destruction of America. All right? The whole land. All right? Babylon is talking about America. When Yahweh Shai come with the innumerable angels and the chariots shooting lasers out of the chariots, okay, which is so-called white men call them UFOs. He got other names for them. When those nuclear missiles from all the other heathen nations shoot nuclear missiles over here to America, all of America will be destroyed. And whoever's left in this land, America, when the nuclear missiles come, when Yahweh Shai first and foremost comes, they're going to be destroyed. Only the elect are going to be delivered of you so-called Negroes, West Indian Haitians, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Hope you've been edified, and with that, Shalom. Israel is going to be here forever. Esau, so-called white man.